In this video, I'm going to show you how to create an interactive table of contents for the people that want to watch your videos. Now, this is just one way to change the look of how your customers are able to watch your videos. Now, at this point, we want to assume that you've already got all of your edits done. You've got your intros, your outros, everything's done with your videos. You've also got them produced into the format that you want, whether it's MP4, AVI, MOV, WMV, whatever. And by the way, if you need more information on how to produce or what settings to use in the production of your videos, come on over here to techsmith.com/tutorial-camtasia-8.html, and then come on down here under the Get Started section, Video 9, Produce and Share Your Video. That's just one of a lot of different tutorials they have on this page. In addition to these, you also have access to the tech support and the community support, which is basically a forum where you can ask questions and get answers to just about anything related to Camtasia Studio 8. So with that said, let's go ahead and get this out of the way here. And we're going to import all the videos that we want to include into this one video, because what we're doing here is we are combining several different videos into one video, and in that one video, one larger video, we're going to have this interactive table of contents. Kind of like our ebook where we had our table of contents where you could click on a link and it would automatically take you to that page within the ebook. Same thing here, only with the video. So that said, let's go ahead and import our media. And then I'm just going to select all these videos here. Click on Open. That's going to populate our clip bin. Then I want to put all these down on our timeline down here. So I'm just going to select them all, then right click and add to timeline at playhead, have the playhead at the very beginning. Okay, so now that I've got video 1 right here at the beginning, video 2, video 3, video 4, and then of course video 5 at the end. Now what we want to do is place markers everywhere that we want a clickable link on our table of contents. And in this example, I'm just going to have them at the beginning of each one of these segments. If there were other areas within each one of these videos, maybe sub-chapters, if you will, where you might want to have a clickable link as well, by all means, add a marker, title that marker just as I'm about to do, and that will be added to the table of contents, to the clickable table of contents. So at the very beginning, I want to hit the letter M on my keyboard as in marker, and then here is the title that's going to show up on our table of contents. So I want to replace the word marker 1 with the actual title that I want to show up on the table of contents. And likewise with all the rest of the places that I want to have a clickable link. M, then replace marker 2 with the actual title, and so on. And now with all the markers created, come on up here to Produce and Share. And in the drop-down box here for the presets, we want to go to Custom Production Settings. And actually, I'm going to show you two different ways. This way will allow us to produce a video package that we can zip up and provide as a downloadable package to our customers, where they can then download it and then open it up in their own browser. The other way I'm going to show you is how you can produce an embed code so you can put that video on your website. So with custom production settings selected, click on Next. You can only choose MP4 Smart Player for what we're going to be doing. Granted, you can have a table of contents in some of these other formats, but they will not work on every device and they will not work on every browser. The MP4 Smart Player will. So with that selected, click on Next. And you want to make sure that this box is checked, Produce with Controller. And in this setup, you can choose from the different looking players from transparent, classic, and you've got these other ones here as well. My preference is to have auto hide controls, and what this does is whenever the person that's watching the video's mouse is over the player, then the controls are going to be showing. That also holds true for the table of contents. Whenever the mouse or the cursor is off of the video player, then the controls will disappear, auto hide, along with the table of contents. So that's what I'm going to check. That's totally up to you how you want to do this, but these are the settings that I would have. And as far as the size, video settings, and audio settings, however you would normally set those up, but under options here at the end, you want to make sure that this box is checked, table of contents. Searchable, totally up to you if you want it or not, and then click on Next. If you want to have a watermark, that's fine. We've talked about that in a previous video. And here under HTML options, if you click on that button, what's going to be here by default is a Camtasia Studio brand. In other words, it's going to be saying something like Camtasia Studio version 8 or something like that. But I would take advantage of this opportunity and brand it yourself. put in the title of your company or the title of your website or the title of the product. And I'll show you here in a second where this is going to show up. Basically, this is going to show up in the browser tab of the person that's viewing this video. I'm just going to leave it at that for now. Click on OK, click on Next. And here, my preference is to have the table of contents initially visible. In other words, as soon as they click the play button, the table of contents section is going to show up. The way you have it here is that it's going to show up over here on the left. If you have this radio button selected, it's going to show up over here on the right. And by default, we have the text with thumbnail showing. If you only want the text, choose that. If you only want the thumbnail or the image, choose that. But I prefer both text and thumbnail, and to be fixed left. And then click on Next. Give it a name, and then select where you want this to be produced to, and then click on Finish. And however long this takes will depend on the power of your machine and how long the videos are that you are combining. But through the magic of video editing, this will only take a couple of seconds. And there we are. Let me show you the end result here. And these are the files and folders that are produced when you create a interactive table of contents. And we want to open it with this one here. We've got 2 HTML files. We want to click on the one that does not have the name player in it. And when you click on play,
in this video, I want to touch on a couple of tips to help you with.
This is the interactive table of contents that shows up. And with the auto hide feature selected, move the mouse off, then the table of contents and the player down here go away. Move it on, and they appear. And that's it. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to produce this interactive table of contents setup so that it can be embedded on your website. But for now, that's going to bring us to the end of this video on adding an interactive table of contents to your videos. Thanks for watching, and you have a great day.